Welcome to America Reads Fun Learning Activities. We are college students who create learning activities for kids. Our fun activities are focused on reading, writing, and math. Thank you so much for joining us to learn today. My name is Naya, and in today's activity, we are going to learn about different angles in geometry. So there are 4 angles that we are going to talk about today. There is the right angle, the straight angle, the acute angle, and the obtuse angle. And so our right angle looks something like this. We have 2 straight lines that are perpendicular to each other, and a straight angle will always look like this. And one thing to note about our measurements is that we are measuring what it falls inside of these lines. And the next angle that we have is our straight angle, which looks like this. And it's just going to be a straight line. And our angle covers all of this area and is twice the size of our right angle. So our right angle is 90 degrees, and we can see that this is 180 degrees because it is twice the size as this angle. And next we have our acute angle that looks something like this, and I'm going to draw it right now. Our acute angle is going to be more narrow than our right angle. So it can fall basically anywhere in between here. So I drew an acute angle to look like this. And we could say that this is about 45-ish degrees. And this is our acute angle because we can see that it's smaller than our 90-degree angle. And our last angle is our obtuse angle. And unlike our acute angle, which is less than 90 degrees, the obtuse angle is greater than 90 degrees. So I'm just going to draw an angle that looks like this. And as we can see here, our measurement is wider than our 90 degree or our right angle right here. So we could say that this is about, I'm just gonna say like 120 degrees. So yes, these are our angles. So we have our right angle, we have our straight angle, we have our acute angle, and then we have our obtuse angle. So for this activity, we are going to need a few sheets of blank paper, colored pencils, and a pencil. And with these materials, we are going to draw a house. So please take some time to pause the video and draw a house. And we're just going to use about half of the page for each drawing that we're going to do. So I'm just going to draw a house. And for this, please just draw a square. And then adding your triangle up top for your house roof. And then feel free to add whatever you would like to. I'm gonna add a little door, maybe a window. Okay, so now that we have our house, we are going to look at this angle, and I'm going to highlight it. You're going to be taking a look at this angle right here. And as we can see here, this is a right angle because the lines fall vertically and horizontally, and they are perpendicular to each other, which makes it a right angle at 90 degrees. And if we want to, we can also refer back to this chart right here that we created earlier in order to see that they match up and that they are in fact the same. And so the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to draw a clock. So please take some time to pause and feel free to color if you would like to. So I'm just going to draw a circle, label my numbers. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have my minute hand at the 12, and then I'm going to have the hour hand. We're going to place that at the 2. And now we are going to look at this angle right here. And so we can see that this angle is slightly narrower than our right angle, which means that it is an acute angle because it is closer because the lines are closer together. And here, maybe it'll help if we rotate it a little bit. If we look over here, we can see that it's less than our 90-degree angle, which makes it an acute angle, as we can see here. So we have our angle right here, and we can see that it is acute. So I'm going to assume that it's about 45 degrees. And so now that we have that, we are going to move on to our next drawing, and we are going to draw a kite. So drawing something like this. And feel free to pause the video and color if you would like to. So I'm going to do that, have my outline. Now I'm going to color mine green. And feel free to choose any color that you would like to. I'm going to use a colored pencil to just trace this in. And so for this, we are going to be looking at an obtuse angle. And so the angle that we are going to be looking at is this one right here. And if we just rotate it a little bit to look like this, we can see that it is an obtuse angle because if we rotate it like we just did, the lines are wider than 90 degrees, as we saw with our last angle, and we can see because of that it is greater than 90 degrees, making it an obtuse angle. And the rule of thumb is that it is always, obtuse angles are more than 90 degrees, but less than 180 degrees. So this follows that right here. And then our last thing that we are going to draw is a ladder. So I'm just going to sketch out a quick ladder, and please take some time to pause the video so that you can do that. Take some time to draw, be creative in drawing your ladder. And we're just going to draw 2 straight lines like this, and I'm just going to add a few bars. And then I'm just going to color this in. I decided to use yellow. And so after we pause to do that, hopefully, we are going to be looking at this angle right here. And we can see, if we rotate it, we can see that this is an 180-degree angle, also known as the straight angle, as we refer to here. And we can see that this angle is 180 degrees because it falls directly straight right here. And so yes, we can see that it is twice the space of our 90-degree angle shown earlier. Amazing job, friends! I hope that you were so proud of yourselves because you just learned about different types of angles in geometry. And I hope that you enjoyed this activity and enjoy a special activity that I've prepared so you guys feel even better with this challenging concept. Thank you so much for learning with us today.